Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of LEP's Getting to Know. We are going to be talking with, Jason, who did you bring along?
I brought fantastic people along.
That means
we're actually we're going to talk tonight with Lost Cryptids Conservatory about the Michigan Bigfoot Conference this Saturday, July 17th, Wyndham Gardens Convention Center, 2900 Jackson Avenue, Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
We have Blake with us and Shetan.
Yay!
Blake, why don't you introduce yourself and kind of just talk about how this convention got started?
Yeah, well, I'm Blake Duescher of the Lost Cryptids Conservatory, the creator and founder. A couple years back, just started the YouTube and trying to gather evidence and springboard to gathering a bunch of great teams and throwing a bunch of stuff going on, and all of a sudden, bam, we're here at this conference. So it comes down to discussion. We're trying to have this discussion with everyone about Bigfoot really does live in the woods of North America, of course, again, where we're at, because a lot of people, especially outdoors people, modern people, just do not understand that this scary tall creatures running around their backyards and woods. So the conference is mainly to hopefully have a discussion and spread awareness of the subject.
Awesome. And I see you've got some fantastic guests coming in. Let's talk about those guys for a minute, and ladies.
Yes, we've got some guys and gals coming.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event.
We've got Ken Gearhart, Cliff Baccarat from Finding Bigfoot, Janice Carter, Igor Bursev, the She Squatchers, Steve Ward, myself personally, I will be there, presenting. So we've got a lot of different aspects of Bigfoot who are going, presenters who are going to be there talking about different aspects of Bigfoot. And doesn't matter if you are a believer in the woo side of Bigfoot or the flesh and blood. We're offering a little bit of everything for everyone. So you can pick and choose what presentations you listen to. You can go, to the vendors. You can walk around and talk to other people who are there, and just it's going to be a full day event. I'm pretty sure we're going from 9 a.m. to, I think until 8 o'clock at night, if not longer. Depends on how many people want to sit around talking.
Well, if they're like me, once they get talking about a topic, sometimes they can go on and not realize how long they actually spend.
Exactly. And, well, that's what it's all about, networking and meeting all these people and just having discussions about different theories of Bigfoot, because, a lot of people think it's flesh and blood or more spiritual and all over in between. So discussing the different theories with different people and different opinions hopefully can spark some new puzzle pieces that will fit and help create a bigger picture for everyone in the community and the world. So
yeah, it's definitely got a lot of
conference for.
Yeah, it's definitely got a lot of different theories to it, because I know when I first got involved with the cryptid community and stuff, and working with the North American Dogman Project, this started branching more into some of the other areas. And I'd always got into it a little bit before with Bigfoot things, but my perspective did not get received too well at first. I got in trouble.
No, Jay, come on, you get in trouble. Oh, I don't believe it.
But I relied back more on my Celtic and Irish heritage and how it's so much in with the Fae folk, and like why couldn't there be the possibility that it is in that realm, and it is flesh and blood, but it does have the ability to be natural and stay hidden from us. Like, oh, that's you're just making light and making fun of. Like, no, I'm not. I'm trying to get to look at a perspective that could be a possibility. There's no, to me, there's no difference with the cryptid community than the paranormal community. You've absolutely no solid concrete proof or disproof
exactly
either way. So everything has a possibility. And if you're open-minded enough to look at all possibilities, you might find that common ground where there is something going on that people say, hey, wait a minute. All these theories have this one basis right here.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are no experts in the paranormal or cryptozoology because most of these creatures, most of these entities, nobody has caught and can fully evaluate, examine, and do year-long, evaluations of it. So we're all in the same pool. We're all, it doesn't matter if you are a citizen scientist, if you have a PhD, if you're a 10-year-old kid who just likes reading about this stuff and watching it on TV. Everybody's in the same boat because we're all asking the same questions, but everybody comes up with different answers. And until we have the physical creatures to examine or have a way to document paranormal activity better, then we're all asking the same questions, and everybody's experience, even if everybody was in the same room, would all be a different uh, experience. So really, come to the conference with an open mind, because there is a lot of people going to be there, a lot of different opinions, and you can sit and talk with people and maybe get a better understanding of what exactly, we're out there looking for.
Absolutely.
Now, are you going to have time slots for these speakers? Is there a place where
Yes.
people can go to see, or pick them up at the door when they get there? Or
Oh yeah, we're going to be posting on the website here soon. We had to make changes, so we're just waiting on that. But hopefully on the website, and I believe we're going to have some pamphlets, of course, the day of.
gotcha.
I know we're definitely excited about getting there and bringing Bodine with us. That's going to be his big second event this year.
Now you're going to lock up those energy drinks from Bodine, right? Because
Oh.
we don't need hyper squatch running through the
Right.
hotel.
Yeah, those are under.
I coined that phrase. So
Those are under lock and key. I promise.
I think
I don't want to see him doing the dab from like the balcony.
Right. Right. Yeah, Bodine's excited. Jay and I are excited. We can't wait to get there. It says here that you also have like food and auction items and stuff. You want to tell people what to expect when they get there, as far as what kind of food and stuff you're going to have, raffle items, auctions, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we have some catering and stuff going on. I do not know all of the menus, but it's basic American food variety. I'm having a silent auction and stuff, and that's going to be towards the end of the day. And we're auctioning off, T-shirts and some other stuff and some special things. But it's going to be fun. The whole day is geared around having fun and having discussion. And by the time dinner around, and after that, we actually have a special movie being played. Oh man, I just forgot his name. Jason.
Jason.
Jason. Yeah, who the Animal Planet photography person who's doing a Sasquatch documentary. So it's
that's awesome.
The preview of his newest documentary. So it's not like a dinner and a movie afterwards. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna, not gonna be the normal conference, and kind of do little things a little bit differently and see how they work. And
I know that's one thing I've been telling everybody with that is that it's gonna be fun for the whole family. That this event is very family friendly. That with a paid adult, children 14 and under get in free, and that's just something you don't hear at a lot of events. Children of that age getting in at that price. Usually it's a lot smaller kids, so that you guys have made it absolutely family friendly. You want it open to the entire family. There'll pretty much be something there for everybody to, if they're into the Bigfoot and cryptid community, that there's something for everyone, for all age kids. So by all means, don't think that you have to, we got to find the center stuff. Bring them. Bring the family. It's going to be a great time for what you guys got put together. And I got to commend you on that. That's impressive. And I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be cool to see the younger generation coming up, getting involved.
Well, that's the exact point is, some of these young generation, when I started researching, full-hearted research, 13, 14, maybe I couldn't get that money to go to a con or something, or but if you're free, you can convince the parents, hey, come in, and we want these younger researchers to actually, pique their interest and actually become explorers of the future of this, because they are the future generation that will hopefully carry this to many more years after I'm long and dead and gone. So um,
That's a wonderful.
it's
wonderful perspective.
Hey, I want to
we
give a
want
shout
these
out
young
because I just
to
saw
come.
him pop up. Want to give a shout out to John Kuykendall, my friend and my boss, and owner of Squatch GQ magazines. I just saw him post, and just wanted to give you a shout out, John.
Well, we'll definitely have him and with you and me and Jason and Bodine will be bringing some of his Squash GQ stuff with us.
Yeah, I want to set up next to you guys.
But yeah, I agree with you on that. That's one of the things I like to see being done, that you guys are doing that with the cryptid community. We've often pushed it. Jason and I and several other groups that we know of in the paranormal community have pushed with bringing in, teenagers, younger teens to because why should you, if they're interested in it, why would you not try to help them learn the correct way than to let them sit there and make mistakes on their own? Because now what we're doing is allowing them to perpetuate the same stupidity that we've done. When we can start them at a higher level, we can say, hey, look, this is what we've already tried. These things aren't right. This is where, take it from here and run with it and go to the next level instead of just keeping it all in the same playing field. So I actually think that's wonderful that you guys are taking that approach. And I absolutely respect for that big time. I love it.
Yeah, I would much rather see parents bringing their kids to the Paracons and the cryptozoology and Bigfoot events. And so the kids can actually talk to, people who have been doing this for a number of years, than them watching a Hollywood produced TV show and thinking, oh, if we do black magic, we're going to summon something up and we can talk to it. No, that's not the way. Okay. To fix that, we have to involve religious people, holy water, sage. And on the Bigfoot end, you don't want a teenager just going out hiking in the woods by themselves, trying to look for evidence. Get involved with a team, get your older cousins or somebody, to go with you. You never want to go hiking by yourself in the woods, especially if you don't know the trails. And especially if you have predatory animals in the area, that just ends very badly. So I would rather, parents bring their teenagers, their young adults to these events so that they can learn and know, the cautions and the dangers to put in place so that they are safe when they go out and do, any type of investigations, or they join a team, or they get, some older friends or family members into it.
I agree wholeheartly. Like I said, I absolute respect on that, and because that needs to happen, not just more in the cryptid community, and be you guys being leaders in that and set an example, and hopefully more people pick up that torch and run with it. Just like I said, I can't say enough. Hats off and absolute respect to you guys on what you're doing there. Love it. Chase, you just want to say something?
Yeah. No, I'm excited as hell that conventions are back and going, because for like a year and a half, you get to meet people, and it's one thing to sit and watch something, but it's another thing to actually stand in front of people and listen and talk, and the camaraderie and everything that goes with conventions, and like-minded people wanting to learn different things. And I may know something that you don't know, you may know something that I don't know, we may have different ways that we do different things, and to come together and be able to talk for a day or a weekend, I miss that. I totally miss that. So to see these conventions get back up and running, I'm just thrilled about it. And I know that this convention is going to be a good one. It's you've got a ton of great guests coming, and I can't wait to get there. I know Jay and I are excited for the invite, and we're ready to rock and roll. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic time. Going to be a long day, but that's why we have those energy drinks.
Right? Exactly. And there will be a bunch of them.
Now, your guys' group, do you guys do a lot? I know it takes up a lot of time to put these conventions on, but when you're not working? Do you guys get a lot of time out in the woods and stuff? Do you guys have a page where they can go see what you guys are doing as far as a YouTube channel, things like that for your group?
Oh, yeah, of course. Lost Cryptid Conservatory on YouTube. We also have a Facebook group, Facebook page. Yeah, kind of all of us are always out in the woods by ourselves or doing something. We try to come together and have a number of campouts when we can. And we've actually had some pretty good successful stuff here. Some videos and evidence should be coming out shortly on the YouTube, hopefully.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You go out and sometimes nothing happens, and then you go to one spot and it's like everything happens, and you go to that same spot again, and then nothing happens again. So we've had a lot of mixed things happen this year, but we got some great evidence coming in the pipework. We've just kind of been waiting to release it, getting some push from the conference and stuff, and we're always out in the field. A lot of group members are very experienced and have their own research before they join the group, and definitely continue their research in the areas that they like. And it's a blast. This whole thing is such a blast.
I do have a question I'm going to ask on Saturday to as many of the researchers as I possibly can, because I know my opinion on it and stuff. But if you found like I said, I was working with the North American Dog Man, and I said it with that too. If you found a place where you knew there was for sure a Bigfoot, and you absolutely saw it with your eyes, and knew that it was staying in that area, would you actually tell people? My answer has always been no. All right, if I did tell somebody, I'd be extremely picky who I told, because I'm so against this whole got to capture it, got to put it in a zoo or behind cages, and you're not going to learn things that way. You need to observe something in its natural habitat. So I've always been the thing that I don't want it disturbed, and I'm going to be very picky of who I'm going to let know. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I would be of the opinion that I would probably keep it a secret myself, because you never know other people's intentions, and people will lie to your face and say, "Oh, well, we just want to observe it," when they take a gun out there and shoot it and kill one of these creatures, and we don't know how many they are. We know that they're out there, but really we don't know what the population number is, and you might kill a breeding female or male, and once that creature is taken out of the population, not only have you taken a genetic source for the population, but you've killed off generations.
In your opinion, either one of you?
My opinion on that would be to keep a secret. I would reveal video evidence, audio evidence, but I don't think revealing the area, like she said, would be any good. It brings too much people to the area, bad intentions. You could have a number of things could go wrong. You could scare them out of that habitat. Now they have to go for some other place. And what if it was a birthing area or something, a life generation long habitat that they have been accustomed and safe in? I mean, a number of things we just don't know, and as a species, they should probably be protected, and hopefully one day they will be.
No, absolutely. I agree with that. Like I said, and if the people I did tell, I'd be very, very, because I almost feel like I can't keep it completely to myself, but I think there's people I'm looking at here that I think I could trust to tell and take with me to help observe and capture evidence. But outside this room, I'd be like, "Hey, where you guys going?" No, hell no. I'd be looping back, thinking you'd think I was on spy chase or something, trying to lose people. They didn't find where I was going. You checking my car for bugs, make sure they weren't tracking. No cell phones. That's gonna chip it.
Yeah,
get that out of here. So, but yeah,
I'm going to go look for different kind of wasps in their nests in the woods. You want to come with me?
I think I killer hornets over here. You want to go play?
But I think it'll be a good opportunity. Oh, are you allergic? You'll be fine with just one or two stings.
That's a good idea, Jason. We won't tell them we're going Bigfoot hunt. We're going to tell them we're going to go make a documentary on murder wasps.
Murder wasps, yeah.
Dude,
nobody want to go with us.
I thought I seen one the other week. It was a Michigan wasp, but the thing was like that. I mean, it was massive, and I was
wow!
Oh my god!
You guys are bringing me up there for that kind of wasp.
Dude, I have no idea where it came from. Never seen nothing that big. If it stung me, I was afraid I might have to go to the hospital or something. It was huge.
Right.
Yeah. See, I was wondering about that. That's another question I'll probably ask this weekend. With last year, with the COVID being so active and all the places that people normally went to being closed, people hit hiking trails more than they have in years. There was more people out doing things like that than what normally. Do you think that had any effect on the research or sightings? It doesn't seem like the sightings went up, but do you think it maybe made the creatures go more seclusive?
Well, the interesting thing that people were documenting was the more that human beings were staying in their houses, the more wildlife was coming into cities, towns, because there wasn't the human element. And it kind of threw off the balance of nature. Animals, deer, fish, dolphins, everything, birds were kind of caught off guard. Like, where's the human aspect? So, they documented that elephants were coming into villages, deer were coming in, elk were coming into, towns because there was no humans. And they were like, maybe we can take the land back. So, I think there was kind of a switch. I think that humans went into the woods to go hiking so that they'd have something to do. And I think maybe the Bigfoots came more towards civilization to say, hey, why is it suddenly so quiet? Why do we not hear all the vehicles, all the human, or smell all the, smells that humans put off? What's happened to humans? Where'd they all go? And so I think that we had a switch. People went into the forest, but I think the Bigfoots came into the towns or the neighborhoods at least.
Well, Bodine sure did.
Yeah. See, that's what intrigues me about the cryptid and all that stuff is the nature element, the actual physical nature element of what's being what we're looking at there too. And that, to me, it completely sets aside for me the paranormal aspect, because there's a lot of different things with that. But I think when you start talking about nature and how Mother Nature actually works and the things out there, that's what intrigues me a lot about the cryptid side of things, with bringing in that physical element is amazing to me.
Oh yeah, Day One Without People. Yeah, that was an interesting show. That was a very interesting show. Yeah, I'm gonna have so many questions on Saturday that I promise not to irritate too many people by asking so many.
You can't send him around with a recorder, right? Just hey, Bodine on the spot.
Yeah. I like I said, I just can't wait for it. It's gonna be our second cryptid event this year. It'd be the biggest one so far this year. I haven't been to one in long time. And I can't wait because the community is so different than the paranormal, but it's similar. It's no different than saying, I get people at me all the time, like, well, there's, you got paranormal investigating or ghost hunting, and then you have cryptids. They're all paranormal. No, they're not. They're all that you cannot. No. The definition of paranormal, things that you cannot explain scientifically yet. Doesn't matter whether it's a ghost or a cryptid. You can't explain it scientifically yet. So under that umbrella of just a generalized definition, they do fall underneath the paranormal community. But there is a difference in those solid research. But there's so much more that there's a similarity, because we've been to a few locations where we were researching Dogman, where there were supposedly encounters and loss of human life. And we crossed and tried to use our paranormal style to make contact with the people that supposedly had lost their lives there in that area. And so we ended up using both styles together. And it was quite interesting. Quite interesting. But yeah, I can't believe all these people are going to be there and I get to talk to them. It's like you get in a candy store.
Yeah, it's true. Hopefully get some new reports too out of Michigan. Michigan's a very active state. I think it's number 5 and 7 on the top 10 list. Michigan has over 1,500 reports going all the way back to the 1600s with French scouts relaying messages about a huge Sasquatch tribe traveling around along the river system.
Mhm.
Plus, old reports from old Detroit, Fort Detroit, of these creatures, sometimes raiding or being around the landscape. Uh, very.
A lot of people,
Go ahead.
a
Go
lot of
ahead.
people get that there. That whole tribe of them and stuff. The Cherokee have legends about tribes of Bigfoot and things. It's a lot of people don't go that far back into the research. There's
Oh yeah, there's Native American legends and stories about Sasquatch, lake monsters, thunderbirds, even a dogman type creature all over the United States. And these are separate from like the Wendigo and the Skinwalker reports. They had, each one is a different individual entity, and they all have legends about them.
not a love those stories. Love them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and you're talking about thousands of different tribes and
Hmm.
different cultures, and even though they might speak the same language, their culture is a little bit different, and a lot of people don't understand. When you say Native Americans, you're talking thousands and thousands of different tribes and stuff. So they all had different creatures and similar creatures, and sometimes Bigfoot or these creatures acted differently. Some acted bad, some acted good to some of these tribes. So it's a whole plethora of different aspects and personalities that they gave these things. It's very
Or and as it versus people themselves.
Hmm.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you've got good people, you've got bad people. Same thing with the Sasquatches.
That's what it seems like.
No, and it would also be and with your interaction with it too. If you could have a bad experience with me, but Shetan could have a great experience with me, and you both have different aspects of how that person is, even if it's the same person. So if you're kind to somebody, they're usually kind back, and they have the highest memories of you. But if you're a jackass and they have jackass memories of you, then
Right.
you're an ass. So if these
Right.
are, and I believe they are creatures of intelligence, because I mean it can't be non-intelligent and stay withheld its evidence and out of sight for this long and not have a high intelligence about it. It's impossible in my opinion. You just can't get that naturally lucky. If that was the case, we'd never see a deer or anything else. These things
Right.
are far more intelligent than that. So
Well, that and they probably evolved alongside humans, so they have had generations of evolution of to adapt to stay hidden or hide or sneak up or do whatever they need to do to keep off our radar. So it's probably an adaptation that they've developed generations. That is the reason why people say they disappear in portals and this and that, or maybe they're just laying down. It's because they are masters of the woods. They evolved to do that, and they evolved to live in places where humans do not go, do not live. So they're living in places to avoid us for thousands of years. They're going to adapt pretty well to do what they need to do.
I've always used the thing of referring to a ghillie suit. If a properly made ghillie suit is made for the proper environment, you could be within a couple of feet of me and never see me if I don't move or
Right.
make a noise. Now, that's us imitating nature. So you're telling me if we're imitating nature, that means that nature has that ability already. So, for us to think that
There's,
it can't
there's
hide
a
from us
there's
is
a
arrogant on our part.
presentation. My presentation for this weekend is about how natural occurring species can camouflage into their surroundings, and it's very eye opening because um, you take a look at some of these pictures that I'll be showing, and literally you could walk past any one of these creatures without knowing it was there. And sometimes they are actual, we're talking anything from little insects up to the big cats like tigers. You can walk right past these creatures, not know they're there.
That's
And
I
in
love
this day and
it.
age where people put on headphones and they're staring at the ground as they're walking through the woods, you're actually serving yourself up as a smorgasbord for woodland creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's the thing. It's nature, and that's what fascinates me is nature's ability to be able to do that. And I do think that the Bigfoot and like creatures are just like that. They've, like you said, like they've been there forever. I mean, you're trying to tell me that they don't know how to adapt and stay
Right.
out of your eyesight?
I mean,
You'd
if a simple moth with as small as its brain is can camouflage its body color to match the paint outside your house, something that small and minute can figure out how to do that to protect itself, then you're telling me that an animal that has a brain as big as ours hasn't learned to do that. That, to me, I think they know how to hide in the woods, and they're very good at it. They're masters of their natural elements, and doesn't matter if it's wheat fields, forest, mountains. They've adapted themselves. Swamps. They've adapted themselves to be able to hide in their surroundings.
And like I said, people learned that skill too. So, and that's us imitating nature. So we can imitate it. The word right there defines it all. We're imitating nature. That means that they've already got it.
Right.
We're just trying to be a copycat, like everything else we do. What? Be nice, Jay. But yeah, Blake, I can't wait for this weekend. You guys have one hell of a stellar lineup. You guys do. It's amazing, and the admittance and bringing in the children. I can't wait. Like I said, I'm gonna be like a kid in a candy store. You guys are gonna have to make sure I don't get into the energy drinks.
Yeah, you don't need any.
Yeah, give the guy with the ADHD about the energy drinks. I dare you.
Right.
Don't make me turn into the mom.
Oh, right. Teresa will be with me.
Point my finger at you and say, "Get down from there now."
Teresa will be with me. I have adult supervision this weekend.
Oh, go good. Right. Oh, good.
That's needed.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna be up on stage half the time, and I don't want to look out and say, "Oh crap, what are they doing now?"
Right.
I couldn't get away from her this weekend. It's our 33rd anniversary, so this weekend. So she's like, "If you're going out of town, I'm going with you." So. I don't know. I figured after that many years, she wouldn't me get away from her.
Right.
Best anniversary gift I ever gave her. I went away.
So, Blake, is there anything you want to add? Anything that we might have missed about the convention? Anything that you want to just tell people before? Because we're just a couple of days away.
How many vendors are we going to have there?
A lot. I do not have the account. That's Josh's department, but
okay.
We definitely have a lot. I know there's 20 plus, I believe.
Oh wow. So, okay.
I believe somewhere like that. I'm not quite sure. I'm throwing numbers out. Hey, it's gonna be fun.
So you got 20 plus vendors. You've got a ton of speakers.
We also have a room set aside with a large track cast collection by our good fellow member Ernie, and it's of replicas and molds of real ones from like Dr. Jeff Meldrum and Cliff Brackman himself. So it's a lot. It's I believe 60 plus casts of real.
Oh wow!
Ones. So it's one of the biggest, definitely the biggest in Michigan, probably one of the biggest in America. I'd say without boast too much, but yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
That's interesting.
And he's full of knowledge about that, and also he's gonna have a lot of books and rare books, old books, just books that you've probably never even heard of that you can only find with him because he collects books and is very knowledgeable on the subject and all the casts. So it's gonna be a wonderful room to go in there and talk to him, for people to congregate, talk, and see all these awesome casts.
That is going to be amazing. It's on right. Absolutely amazing. I can't wait. Now you get me all excited even more. I'm taking Friday off so I can come early. Oh. It's going to be an absolutely phenomenal time. And if you guys haven't got your tickets, you can still get them online. I've posted on my page. I know we got on LEP's page, Bodie's page. There's all kinds of ways to find the information out. You can still get your tickets in advance. I advise you that you do. You'll save a little bit of money, but make your plans. Get your butts up there. It's going to be an all-day event. It's going to be phenomenal. It will be an absolutely great time. Jason will be there.
Right? No, looking forward to it. Like Jay said, $45 online, $55 at the door. Go to MichiganBigfootConference.com. Get your tickets. Hopefully you see us there. Hopefully you come and have a great time. And I'm going to put this out. Jay doesn't even know, but I'm going to put this out. The first person that comes to our table and says that they watched this and can prove that they watched it, we will hand out some LEP merchandise.
So how are they going to prove that they watched?
They have to have a code word.
Shenanigans.
No, I think hyper squatch.
Hyper Squatch it is.
Squatch.
Code word Hyper Squatch. You come to our table. Tell us the code word, and you'll get some LEP, some Bodine merchandise, and like it's been talked about before, we're going to have a ton of Squatch GQ merchandise there for you guys to check out and see, and some to purchase. So we're excited about that as well. Blake, we appreciate you coming on. Shetan, again, as always, it's so much fun. And we'll see you guys Saturday.
Yes.
All right. See you guys.
Bright and early.
Stay on here when he ends the show, because I got a couple of questions for you real quick.
Okay.
Thank you guys again for joining us. You guys have a great time. Mark your calendars. Get there this Saturday. We will be there. We want to see you guys there. We'll have a great time. It'll be nothing like you've ever experienced. So come join us. Y'all have a great night.
See you.